Hola, senors. It is I, Senor Batman, and I come to you tonight to discuss a very important topic. The Senor Batman show will be this week, but not till tomorrow, Thursday, in case you're watching this on Thursday morning and you think, oh, hey, he didn't do a Senor Batman show, what a piece of shit. No, I did do one. It's just going to go up tomorrow because I need to finish it, and this was a more pressing matter. Tradegate 2014 has happened this year in full effect. First there was, the Ray Rice beating his wife in the elevator. Then there was Adrian Peterson beating his kid with a steak. And now today, it has all come to a head. Tradegate 2014. Now, trading in this league has been kind of a hassle of late. First trade happened last week. Wednesday, and ever since then, trading's really been going. Some trades have gone through, some are not. People are starting to complain that it's not that they want, the trades, they just feel like it should just go through. Some people are saying, no, that some trades shouldn't. Everyone's got different opinions when it comes down to it. So, me and Commissioner McFadden have, also known as Chronic Roster Baiter, when he's not roster baiting, he's doing stuff for the league. And so he's come up and said to me that he wants to change the trade system, and that is what we have done together, me and Hayden. So here's the deal. There won't be any more voting, because the fact of the matter is, one person could say, hey, this guy, he's really, really good. He's a top 10 guy at his position. And then another guy could say, that guy's a piece of shit. He basically is dog shit on a loan. I would probably rather have dog shit on a loan on my team than that guy. So when you have all these different opinions and all these different things, it makes it for the voting experience to be too much pressure for the user, because they shouldn't have to worry about it. If someone does something, whatever. So the thing is some people think that, and what I've understood from a lot of people, is that if two people agree onto a trade, that, okay, whether it's a good trade or a bad trade, it should just go through. They both agreed to it. If it's a shit trade for one person, too bad so sad for him. Then they go suck a dick and go, oh, my team sucks now. Well, here's the problem with that. That's okay to a point. But if a point comes to the thing, say, for instance, say Mark, also known as Slay City Slayers, was going to trade Chronic Roster Baiter Justin, Calvin Johnson, for Justin Forsett. Well, okay, you could say, if you're going with the thinking of, oh, every trade should go through unless there's collusion or whatever, then that trade, Justin gets Calvin Johnson. His team is way better now because he has 3 great receivers. And Mark's team, he loses his best receiver and he doesn't really get nothing for it. Now you might be saying, too bad so sad. He can suck a dick. Mark can suck a dick. He's a dick sucker. You could say that. But the fact of the matter is that's not really fair for the rest of the people in the league. Because now Justin has such a strong receiver position that he really holds all the cards at that position to a degree, unless, injury happens or something else. So, basically what I've come up with conjunction of Commissioner McFadden, also known as Chronic Roster Baiter, is a new system where we are going to use an online trade analyzer. There is a website that provides this. I'll provide more details tomorrow, probably. But basically, you put the you put the players for each side in there, and Commissioner McFadden will do this, and it'll spit out numbers. They'll say, this is how much these players are worth, these players are worth. And, if you got 3 and 1 on one side, you could figure, there's always a figuring this out. But let's just say we're doing 1 for 1. So you'll have player for player. And it'll say, okay, this player is this much better than this player. This person's getting a better deal. By how much, though, is where the trade is going to come down to being accepted or denied. That threshold is still up for debate a little bit. Still iron at the kinks to make sure it's right. But right now, on this website, it's 7 points. Now, it's not 7 fantasy points, because that's different. But it's the projected numbers that they spit out for the trade. If it's off by 7, Commissioner McFadden has found that the trade's usually out of whack. If it's close to 7, it's usually one of those trades that are close. So whether it spits out that it's under 7 or over 7, we'll see how the trade goes. So basically, this system will take all the team owners out of the trade. Now, the fact of the matter is, people might still complain, but here's the deal. No complaining. This is the deal. If the trade says yes, it goes through. If it says no, it doesn't go through. It's as simple as that. If you think it shouldn't have gone through or it should have gone through, it doesn't matter anymore because there's no use in fighting about it anymore. This is supposed to be fantasy football. It's supposed to be fun. We're not supposed to be, bitching. So the fact of the matter is this, and I understand the frustration, but the thing is, if I take that away and we just let someone else deal with whether the trade should go through or not, it should absolve any issues as far as that. So we're going to try that out, see how it goes. It should go. I think this is the way to do it, because the fact of the matter is, if you do this system, it's going to tell us, hey, this trade is way out of fucking whack. And the thing is, this website updates constantly, so it updates those numbers constantly. So it's going by today of what the value of these players are. So it's going to analyze these trades, like I say, and say one player is. We're just going to do. It's not going to be so cut and dry, but. Say one player is valued at 20 and one player is valued at 15. That trade will go through. But if a player is valued at 20 and another is valued at 12, it won't go through. Also, because it is fractional, say a player is valued at 20 and one is valued at, 13 point, or no, it would be 12.99. Not going to go through. So the fact of the matter is that's what's going to be. The one thing that's still being ironed out is when you're doing uneven trades, because at that point, what the system kind of does, and it doesn't have worked out for itself, is that it's adding all of these players versus one player. For instance, the Aaron Rodgers trade that happened. If you look at that one in the trade analyzer, it really doesn't split it up correctly because it's saying, okay, well, you're going to get this much more from these 3 guys than this one guy. So the threshold will be bigger than 7 for that thing. Now, 7 is not a final number yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. Still ironing out the kinks, like I said. I got, me and Commissioner McFadden are going to try plugging a bunch of different players and different things and seeing how it works. We're going to go with it and see how it goes, because the fact of the matter is, this is, professional people that their job is to do fantasy sports. And this is what they think. And obviously, ESPN projections, I've always said, are shade. Well, this isn't based on ESPN projections. This is based on other things. This isn't just a weekly thing. This is a season-long thing. So they're just continue. So it's the best we can really do. The only other option is that Commissioner McFadden just is the go-to for all trades. And if he thinks it's bad, it's not. And if it's good, it's good. But we're not going to do that. There's no, because then people are just going to be bitching and hating. So what we're going to do is this new trade analyzer system. If you've ever played Madden Football, the video game, on the Xbox or the PS2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 10, it's basically kind of like that. You plug in players, it tells you yes or no, and you go from there. Now, obviously, Commissioner McFadden will be the one that's saying yes or no, because he'll be analyzing what the numbers they spit out, because it's not so cut and dry. It's saying, like, yeah, push this trade through. But he's set thresholds, and he's tweaking them ever so slightly till he gets it just right, and then that will be the system. So, tradegate 2014 is solved for now. Well, that's the way it should be. No one has, because the thing is, like I said, the biggest problem is just the variable of opinions. One person could say this guy's good and this one's not. So it's just, that's the biggest problem. One person can say a trade's great and you think, oh, this guy's getting better, and the other guy could say, well, no, that guy's really good. He's getting a better deal. And at that point, that's a fair trade, but maybe it gets voted no because more people think it's not. They think this guy's better than this guy. And it's all objective. If we go by something that's that's based in stats and based in projections from stats, it should be a little bit more accurate. The fact of the matter is, I just need help, and so does Commissioner McFadden. I'm just saying, of going with it. If it says yes, then say, okay, it's yes. If it says no, then don't, bitch about it. So that's basically all I had to address today. Senor Batman show will be on tomorrow, probably late afternoon, early evening. And basically, that's it for today. I hope that everyone is happy with this. If you're not, you can tell me, and I'll just not give a shit. Adios!